It's a Windows issues, improv, no script, no rehearsal, no plan. Bring your Windows computer troubles for the crew to blow smoke or ideas your way. Amp up your problem solving skills with us.
Good morning. It's 9 o'clock and 30 seconds, August 13th, 2024 on a Tuesday. And yeah, there's some changes. Got a DougBot now. Oh, no. What are those sounds that are coming in? Those aren't supposed to happen. It indicates something's going wrong. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you all. Let's see. We got showing... well, that screen's showing 21 waiting.
Ding dong.
Yeah, those are some ding dong noises. I think those started when I switched over to DougBot to be giving those messages. What else is going to go wrong? I feel like I'm kind of delaying a little bit to see what else is not working right. Making some adjustments here. I got a few things lined up. I'll say hello to a few people. Brian Lightfoot says he won't be here today, which means I'll have to watch it later right after watching Jim KJ3N's live build from yesterday. I am watching that. There is a link to that right here.
Jim KJ3N said, guess who's on time for a change?
Oh, Jim, how about that? Yeah, I'm up to this point on your video. Now, I did skip through a little bit. And let's see, come back. I don't know where I want to come back to. I guess back to chat is what I should be. So yeah, he's got a great video on a new computer build. And I picked up something from that kind of took me a step further from last Saturday when I was doing that Windows setup on a Windows 10 or 11 home computer, whatever it was. Wound up doing the bypass NRO procedure, which I was very rusty on. And something I learned there was that the OOBE is actually a folder name. I didn't realize that in all the previous 3 times that I have ever used that method. And that was a home version of Windows. So we had to use the bypass NRO method in order to do a local account. Now, Jim, when he did this install on the video, he's using Windows 11 Pro. And the thing that I realized a little bit further is that he used the Shift F10 bypass NRO. And I realized, oh, the reason for that is because he was not connected to the internet. With the Pro version, if you're connected to the internet, you can make the choice that you're doing it for work. And I think you have to choose other sign-in methods or something like that. And so you're going to sign into a server, to a domain, to Windows domain. And then you can put in a local account. And that has to always be there. I can't imagine that's ever going to change, because that's the way Microsoft wants businesses to use their networking, is to sign into Windows domain, which you're going to have to be able to use a local account. There, you can take it a step further and do a Microsoft account, but that would be the unusual edge case. Now, however, does that mean that it is quicker to do that method? No, it doesn't.
Zivy Manor said Jim used motherboard without Wi-Fi.
No, I don't think so, because he had a Wi-Fi signal on there. I think he could have connected to Wi-Fi, couldn't he have? Because I think there was a Wi-Fi signal. But I don't think it would be faster, because when you're connected to the internet, he says no. All right. When you're connected to the internet and you're doing Pro version, it checks for updates. So that checking for updates, I think, takes longer than doing the bypass NRO. It doesn't really matter that much. And Jim says he always does it without a network attached. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Since I'm always doing Windows Pro, I just do it the domain method. Let's see. John Williams wants new drugs, and Alice like that's because of the trailer. Settle down, people who didn't see the trailer. Alice, Rick Lakes, Greg M. We'll see if the video plays when it goes live. Now, I have BabyBee signed in with the Doug Bot account. It did not go live. I had to refresh it. And it did not have uBlock Origin active for YouTube. Seldom Ball, Ran Israel, Savim Minor. Doug Bot speaking up. Greg M says the video is back to playing properly. I wouldn't be at all surprised if it's just not consistent. Rick Zavi when it ran. Greg M. Avon lady calling. Oh, that was the sounds that were ringing. Skimming through a little bit so I can get onto the things that I have lined up. Yeah, Huey Lewis in the news. I want a new drug. Was the trailer. I have some things lined up. Oh, before I forget. Oops. Cancel time. And she was just going to remind me today's Update Tuesday because Josh Kinder sent me an email saying he's not going to be here today. And it's his task, his assigned task. Update Tuesday is tomorrow, meaning today. I will not be able to remind you in chat tomorrow. I have an appointment, but we'll see the show later. Yeah, so Update Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time is when the update should become available. I was first informed about that from Gary Weisenberger, and I just pulled it up today to remind me what the time was because I didn't remember. 10 a.m. Pacific time is when it should become available. Then another thing that I have, Jesse Kirk, and that should come up without exposing his email address, and it does. In response to Saturday's show, he wanted to share, here's a one-line PowerShell command to create a new file with a date timestamp. I've attached the text file, just change the file extension to PS1 instead of TXT. Hope this helps in addition to the batch file. Thank you for that, Jesse. I did not use it because what I neglected to tell you on Saturday is that this is a Windows 2008 R2 server. Windows Server 2008 R2. If it has PowerShell capability, I just don't even want to try going down that road. I did a copy and paste, created the batch file on the two servers, and scheduled it in Task Manager, and it's working great. Worked out fine. Let's see, there was one little glitch I had. What was it? Getting it to work. Oh, I know. In the scheduler, I had to add a couple more.
Israel said it has PowerShell 2.0 built in.
Thank you, Ran. I had no idea. And I thought that it might have a PowerShell capability, but I had no desire to go down that road. I'm much more comfortable in the DOS environment. But anyway, I did have to add a couple lines at the top and a couple lines at the bottom because by default, it was storing that file in the Windows System 32 folder. I didn't want it there, so I did a, let's see, I think D:, because I went on the D drive, and then the next line I did a CD command to change directory into the folder where I wanted the file to exist, and it created the file. At the end of that, I did a CD back to Windows System 32, which is probably not needed, and the C drive, but I just did it for thoroughness sake. And that is working great. It's creating a new file for me every day, and I'm able to test the backup softwares that way and the email notifications, as I described on Saturday. Then, it occurred to me, this is an email to myself regarding Jeff Ryman. I don't recall seeing him in chat yet. Regarding the issue that he was having with peer-to-peer networking, I never recall the point being made that I'm pretty sure that those accounts on both of those computers need to have passwords. I've found that to solve peer-to-peer networking issues in the past. Not really certain whether it's required, but Jeff, if you're interested in revisiting that, try that, because perhaps the computers in your home don't have passwords on them, but I think that'll fix it. And then if you don't want to have to type in passwords, there's a way to put a registry entry so that it will automatically enter the password for you. And if you're interested in that, I can pass that information along.
Ran Israel said yes, they do by default, unless you make a certain local policy change.
Okay, so there is Ran Israel confirming that. And I don't recall that conversation ever coming up whether Jeff had passwords on those accounts. The next email that I have lined up is from Xfinity to me. You've used 75% of your data this month. You're getting close to exceeding your internet data plan. I'm not going to read through the rest of that right now because I've got another one here that says you've used all of your internet data included in your plan. And so now they're going to charge me more. So 2 points for me to adjust. Why am I using so much data? There's an explanation for that. It's unusually large. And what am I going to do about it? I'm not going to do anything about it. And I'm going to show you why here. I did not know this. This is interesting. I'll start with the reason why I'm using so much data, and that is Magnusbox. I think most of you know, or maybe don't. I use Magnusbox for my clients' computers. They give me 3 licenses for free. And they allow me to use those free licenses even for resale, even if I am charging my clients for them. It's because there's a base package fee, monthly fee that I pay. So included in that base package are 3 licenses. So I'm using one of them for Big Beast Build, and I'm going to use 2 of them for clients. I hadn't bothered doing it yet. Silly me, but I got to get that fixed up. So for Big Beast Build, my backups for Big Beast, I've been doing an image backup for the C drive for a long time. That goes on to the O drive, which is a partition inside the computer. That covers for certain types of losses I can restore from, but that's not really enough. You're supposed to also have offsite or in the cloud. So now actually I've been doing the backup Magnusbox for the C drive to the cloud too for some time, I think. Yeah. Can I confirm that here? Well, I just
said
redid
I got
it
the same
recently.
message from my cell phone provider. I used it a lot when we were on vacation.
Yes. Okay, John. But my F drive, which is the large drive where all my video files are stored, has not been backed up anywhere. So I decided, you know what? I just want to go ahead and start backing that up to the cloud. If anything goes wrong there, I don't need a quick and easy recovery from it. And I don't want to back that up locally because it's just so large and just kind of a nuisance. And do I really care? But since this is free in the cloud, I said, you know what? I'm going to try that. So here's how that's going. Take a look at this. I started that back on Friday, August 9th, and it ran for 2 hours on Friday. It ran for 13 hours later on Friday. It ran on Saturday for 30 hours. It ran on Sunday for 12 hours. It ran on Monday for 22 hours. Now, every time this is running, it is fully utilizing my upload bandwidth. I have tried doing unlisted live streams while that upload is going on, and it just dropped frames, like massive amount of percentage of drop frames. I canceled it this morning. Oh, I don't know, an hour before show time. Let's see, down here it says canceled. Does it tell me when I canceled it? Well, I don't really care. And it showed in that session it uploaded 206 gigabytes. So this F drive, how large is it? If I come over here to my F drive, right click on my F drive and properties, it's 2.65 terabytes, but I only get 25 megabits per second upload speed. So it's going to take a while. And I've got a video over here of this, the way that it's working this morning. Where is it? One of these should be a video of, oh, here, this one. So this should show you, let's maximize that so I can get to the play button, give you an idea what's going on. Whoops. Is that not it? No, that's not it. That's not the right video. I'm glad I was wearing clothing. Here, this one. You didn't hear me say that. Okay. Where's it coming up? Yeah, here. All right. No, that's Magnus Box. That's not the video. Come on. Where it is? Oh, there it was. No, come on. Where is it? Here.
Read chat, please.
Let's see. Read chat. Zavi Manor said to do that, so I'm looking for his comment. The stream is really having issues now. I have 0 drop frames. Come up here and see. Zavi said, read chat. Stream is having issues. Yikes. Game over. Selling ball. Apparently running now. You're buffering. I'm going to show you my screen over here. The live stream has 0 drop frames. Down here in OBS, 0 drop frames. So if there's anything going on, it's either YouTube or it's on your end. It's not my side. Given numbers for the transfer rate, aren't we talking about days? Yeah. So I'm going to show you how long that's going to take. Here's this video. It's showing right here, duration 22 hours. And let's see, ETA. Oh, I'm on the wrong one there. Let's play this video through. Oh, there it is. See right here, watch this number. It's paused right now. That says 159 hours to complete. It's less than halfway complete. Keep in mind, I've already exceeded 100%.
I've noticed on Chrome when filling out payment details. I've always had issues, but with Firefox I don't. Why is this?
Let's see, I've noticed on Chrome when filling out payment details, I've always had issues. Well, what are the issues? You need a little more information. On Chrome, when filling out payment, I've always had issues with Firefox. Wait a minute. I gotta read that through. I can't jump through that. I've noticed on Chrome when filling out payment details, I've always had issues, but with Firefox, I don't. Why is this? I've got to know what the issues are. Can you take screenshots and then send them to me in email, maybe? That's not enough. I have no idea what the issues are. Does your mouse, are you unable to type on the keyboard? When you click send or submit, does it just fail to submit? Yeah, I got no idea what you mean by those issues. Let me continue on here. So watch this. I'm going to hit the play button. Watch that ETA, 159 hours. See how much it's changing. Whoops, that just canceled.
Ken Stout Live said tonight's live stream will be seen by everyone live. However, if you live in or near Fresonaville, buffer could occur.
RJ said yes fails to submit.
Fails to submit. So you fill out all the information. You can fill out the details just fine, but it fails to submit. So it's not a problem with filling out the payment details. That part works fine. When you click on the submit button, it fails. If you have anything about blocking pop-ups configured in your browser, that might be doing it, because when you submit, it might be trying to pop up an additional window. So I've come across that, where we have pop-up somehow blocked or configured to be suppressed. What happens when you're in the Firefox browser and you click submit? What is the very next thing that happens? Because that's where the problem is occurring. Does the URL in the address bar change? If you could do a screen recording of that experience, it might help with figuring it out. Where is this? Yeah, muted so I could get a good, strong clearing of the throat. Danielle Emberly, I find a lot of payment sites do not work if adware or pop-ups are blocked. Yeah, that would be my first suspicion, is something along those lines, an ad blocker. An ad blocker could be preventing a pop-up that's not an ad.
Al J said on Firefox, the bit where you go through bank security works fine, but on Chrome it doesn't come up.
Okay, well, how about, do you have any ad blockers? Do you have pop-ups blocked in Chrome?
Greg M said also script blocking can be the issue.
Right? Return your browser to defaults. Reset to defaults for everything on that browser. Script blocking would be a custom configuration. Scripts should be functional by default. It's Chrome that you're having problems.
Al J said, I've tried on various laptops of family members who don't use blockers also.
And do you have the same problem? You haven't told us there. You've tried it on laptops of family members with Chrome. You're kind of implying that you have the same problem there. Dog says this oddity is only recent and I haven't quite figured it out, but if I use any of the browser, I can pay my bill. Google Chrome's been going through some things about trying to change things about how cookies operate, but I don't think they wound up putting that through. So waiting to see from Alice. Yes.
RJ said yes, going back to 2019 even, bought tickets to an event fine on Firefox, but always had an issue with Chrome.
I haven't had any problems. Well, I don't know if I've bought tickets to an event fine. I've bought movie tickets through Chrome, I'm sure, because I've bought movie tickets online and I always use Chrome by default. Rand Israel says buffering, showing my screen. I still have 0 drop frames. So if several of you are having buffering issues, then that's probably a broader YouTube issue that I'm not experiencing here. Hello, Winfish. Okay, I want to get back to my story, and then I'll come back and check more on Alice's issue if she gives us more. Okay, so here's back to this video. I had a speaker bot occur while this is going through. So I'm about to press the play button. Watch that ETA. It is changing drastically for how many hours is remaining. And I'm just clicking the cancel button over there. That was this morning. But that's the experience of this. It's changing because it finds files that can compress more than others. So every time it does that, it changes its estimation of how long it's going to take. It's going to take a really long time. Why am I not worried about this? Because, and I'm going to have to re-sign into this. Let's see, on this email they sent me, find more about internet data plans, and I'll click learn more. I'm going to take this off screen every time I click on something because I'm not sure what's going to come up next. Okay, then it took me to this screen and scroll down here, check your data usage. So I'm going to click on that. Let's see what it's telling me. When I first saw that email, I canceled the backup right away. And then after exploring this and investigating, I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and resume it. And I'll be showing you why here. It's taking a little while to get signed in here. Okay, so now it wants me to sign into my account again. I did that just before showtime, but too much time has gone past. Now it's coming up to the next screen. Waiting for it to populate. Checking. Okay, that took me to, there we go. It eventually got me to this screen, data usage for August. Apparently it tracks my data on a calendar month basis. So here's what I've used for August so far. This red part is the part that I have exceeded my allotment. Up here, you've exceeded your monthly data usage. We've automatically added extra 50 gigabytes to your account. Data used in the last 24 hours may not be displayed. Here's July, June, and May. So my normal streaming activities, they don't get me even close to my limit, which is around this 1200 mark. Down here, you have just used your one courtesy month in which you can exceed your data usage plan without charge. That's why I decided, you know what? I want to go ahead and do all of this in August. Get this F drive completely backed up to the cloud. And then anything that I add to it is going to be much smaller additions, because every time that I do a stream or a video, that goes to my F drive. So it's going to be adding more to it. But because these are the amounts of my normal live stream data usage, that would indicate that at worst case scenario, my backups of the F drive might double these. Now this one might be an issue here because doubling that is going to put me over the limit. But anyway, we'll just see how it goes. It'll send me an email when I'm getting close, so I can stop the backups at that point and then start them again at the beginning of the next month, maybe. So anyway, that's why I'm safe to continue, because they give me one courtesy month. I don't know if that's one courtesy month per year. It doesn't say. It just says you have used your one courtesy month. And this I over here, going forward, if you exceed your data usage plan, you will be charged $10 for each 50 gigabytes of additional data provided, but charges will not exceed $100 each month. So that means 500 gigabytes. If I go to 500 gigabytes, they'll be charging me $100 for the month. But then above that, it's free. The way I'm interpreting this, no matter how much you use, there's no interpretation to that. No matter how much you use, they won't charge me more than $100 extra. You can also purchase our unlimited data option. The unlimited data option only costs like, what was it, $30 more a month? So if it looks like I'm going to be exceeding more often due to the backups, I might do that, but yeah, I don't know. I could just do an on-site external backup. Problem there is then that's not really off-site, is it? In case my house burns down, or when I'm away, somebody comes in and steals everything, including the backup drive. So Wintermute's got a link for me. Good. Thank you. I see that. It's one courtesy month per year. He went out and found that. We offer one courtesy month per 12-month period, so you won't be billed the first time you exceed 1.2 terabytes in a month. Awesome. Thank you for grabbing that piece of information. I think that covers everything that I had lined up for today. Except that nobody discovered the new SpeakerBot item. And you're almost out of time. I'm almost going to hit the commands button so I can end the show. I don't have any redirect set up. Anybody going to... Short on time.
Ken Stout Live said, so nothing on playing hooky yesterday.
Playing hooky. Oh, all right. I'll give you that. Playing hooky. What did Braden and I go do? Alice says, !V, is this it? Nope, that's not it. Braden and I went to a machine shop. Let's see, unboxing cam. And we did some things with hard drives. Because I had a box of hard drives that needed destroying. I had an opportunity to take him to a machine shop, and we took a few, well, 2 different techniques. This is one of them. This is probably going to become trailer content because I've got video.
Here we go. Here we go. Somebody found it, because I heard it. Ken Stout Live, he came up with something called !voice. So now you're experiencing what that is. And this DougBot says voice mod is using the banana voice.
Triggered by Ken Stout Live. And it just ended, and I just hit the commands button, which means you can't do it anymore. So Ken Stout is the one who found it. All right, you can watch this video to see how to get free support through this YouTube channel, this video to see how to get paid support from me directly in private sessions, this video to see how to turbocharge your troubleshooting and computer experience interacting with this channel. And this is a recent video on my channel. Have a great day, everybody. I'll catch you later. Goodbye.